If you are one of those folks who cannot get enough of the Dragon Age series, let me tell you, Baldur's Gate 3 is practically waving a sign at you saying, "Come on in, fellow adventurer." It's like finding hidden treasure chest with everything you love about Dragon Age, plus some. But why is Baldur's Gate 3 the ultimate playground for Dragon Age fans? I'm MotherMantiss, and let's talk about it. Imagine stepping into a world where the stories are as complex as intricate tapestries. Well, Dragon Age fans, you have felt that rush before in the Dragon Age series, and Baldur's Gate 3 is going to serve it up to you again in abundance. The tales are full of political intrigue, personal struggles, and moral dilemmas that should be right up your fantasy alley. And the characters, they're not just NPCs, they're fully fleshed out beings with their own tales to share with you. Much like Dragon Age, you'll find yourself emotionally invested in forming bonds that definitely transcend the digital realm. You remember the first time you set foot in Ferelden? The awe of discovering such a richly detailed world, a world that felt like a living, breathing entity of its own? Well, you're going to relive that sensation when you open up Baldur's Gate 3. You'll navigate the vibrant landscapes of the iconic Baldur's Gate that has its own history, cultures, and secrets just waiting to be unveiled for you. The sense of wonder and exploration you cherish from Dragon Age, yeah, that's definitely in abundance in Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so in Dragon Age, you're no stranger to making decisions that can alter the course of history in the Dragon Age world. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 offers you the same power. Your choices have ripples, my friend, ripples that affect characters, alliances, and the whole storyline. It's like slipping back into that custom storyline you enjoyed in Dragon Age with its own narrative path that twists and turns based on your whims. If you're all about that feeling of agency and consequence, then Baldur's Gate has your name written all over it. Remember all that time you spent getting to know your companions in Dragon Age? The heart to heart talks, the character specific quests, and the feeling of being part of a crew. Well, Baldur's Gate has a similar feeling. You're basically assembling a squad of diverse characters, each with their own quirks, backstories, and sometimes hidden motivations. And the more you invest in these relationships, just like in Dragon Age, the richer your experience with them can become. Dragon Age also shares a similar tactical combat style. Remember those moments in Dragon Age when every decision counts, when positioning and teamwork were your allies? Well, get ready for that same kind of experience in Baldur's Gate 3. The combat mechanics are designed with tactical strategy in mind, and your party's unique abilities become the tools you'll use to triumph over your enemies. If you loved the combat in Origins, this game's going to have you grinning because it's the same tactical experience. Does leveling up, unlocking abilities, and fine tuning your character's strengths while building relationships with others sound like your kind of RPG goodness? Okay, well, Baldur's Gate 3 offers the same addictive progression system that you love about Dragon Age. You customize your party members' abilities, their skills, and their equipment, and you watch and help them evolve from novices to basically unstoppable forces. It's like watching your kids grow up and go on to save the world. Remember those moments in Dragon Age when you'd stumble on some hidden quest or detail and it would just add to the lore in a way that really made you feel immersed in the world? Baldur's Gate 3 has the same kind of tapestry building effect, from the lore that runs deep to the tiny nuances that will make the world feel like it's alive. Baldur's Gate's attention to detail is going to make you feel right at home if you're a Dragon Age fan. Look, in a nutshell, Baldur's Gate 3 is the perfect game for fans of Dragon Age to play. I mean, DreadWolf is still a long way out, and Baldur's Gate 3 offers the perfect bridge to connect you to some really fond gaming memories. Even better, Baldur's Gate 3 easily accommodates multiplayer, so if you want to take a break from your NPC friends, you can assemble a crew of your real friends and go adventuring in Faerun, and you're going to feel right at home. Look, it's really important that those of us that love super immersive and well-written RPGs like the Dragon Age series encourage any studio that's trying to create something similarly engrossing. I can very confidently say that if you're a Dragon Age fan, you're going to like Baldur's Gate 3. That's all for me today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and it's good to see you again. Bye.